question on. So like I said, either chime in or throw it in the chat. I'm here with Tyler Sater, the inventor of Lightning Estimates, and he can answer any technical questions that may arise with regards to the software. But let's go ahead and get going. I'm just going to show you exactly where the arms are, how they factor in. Let me go ahead and share my screen. Okay, you should have me now. I'm going to go ahead and log in, and I'll do a sample estimate of a purchase, just one. I know I've showed you a lot of you where you can do 4 estimates side by side, but I'm just going to do 1 estimate. So we'll just create a new estimate. Let's take a $300,000 purchase price. Single family. I'm going to use a local zip code. This is in Ashburn. Purchase. And this is where you come down to loan details on the first page. You will see that you can click, the 4 different types of loans for fixed. You can do the same thing for ARMs. So let's say we're doing a conventional ARM. We'll say it's a 7-1 ARM. So we'll make it 84 months. And it adjusts every 6 months thereafter, which is pretty typical. You can adjust the caps if you need to. You see, I just clicked on that box there. I can go ahead and make adjustments based on the type of arm you're quoting. We'll leave it with 2, 2, and 5 caps. And it's not any of these specialized type programs, but if you had an arm with no mortgage insurance, you could put that in here and put no MI. In this case, I'll do like a 90%. Throw in some debt to income ratios for the borrower, and we'll throw in a credit score of 740. Income, we'll say 7,500. And we'll start the estimate. So you'll see the mortgage insurance is populating. It depends on the specific mortgage company, but let's throw an interest rate of 6% in, and I'm just throwing in a fictitious interest rate. Throw in hazard insurance at $100 a month, real estate taxes at $3,000 a year. And Tyler, are there issues with monthly or single, or is it just because it's an ARM?
This is something I'm going to have to look into. I'm guessing because it's an ARM, possibly the income. I'm going to look at why it's only getting.
Yeah, it might be the income's a little low for that. That's the only thing I can think of. Let me go to the next page. We'll submit the title and submit the title products. It's already defaulted, so you got to do is click that submit button. And it should be popping up any second. We've still got a number of people coming in. Okay, so there's all the fees. We're not going to make any edits. I just want to show you that this is a 7-1 ARM. We'll say for John Doe. Original name there. Export the PDF. And it does. So it gives you the same presentation you'd get on a fix with one additional box. It's got the ARM information in the middle here. It does show the initial rate of 6%, the APR of 8.334, and that is based on CFPB calculations for an ARM, based on the caps and the start rate. And then it shows the maximum rate, initial period, the adjustment cap, how often it adjusts every 6 months, and the subsequent adjustments caps. In this case, we had 2%. It's probably 1% every 6 months, but just for argument's sake, assuming it is that, shows you the payment on the left, your details on the right, and again, all the lender fees on the left, all of the other fees that as loan officers we do not control. So your escrow items, your title fees, your government and recording fees. Let me shrink that down just a little bit so you can see the whole page. That's a little better. It's probably hard to read that, but it's really that simple to use. So we've added in the ARMs so you can do fixed rates and you can do ARMs now. So it just gives you a little bit more flexibility with regards to your borrowers. So I know a lot of you may not have used the software that much. I see a few names on here that have used it quite a bit because we do monitor the usage. But if you've got questions, even if it seems like a silly question, ask it, because if you're not sure, find out. This is what I'm here for, to help you.
Hey Jeff, I have a quick question to ask you.
Sure. Go ahead,
Uh,
Amit.
when when you're putting together a loan estimate, is there anywhere where we can designate if it's a primary investment or a second home?
Tyler, I'll let you answer that.
As of right now, no. Set up for primary. That's one of the items we've got to add on in the near future. Really, for mortgage insurance, would be where we need to look at that, and that's where we'll need to review some guidelines. But right now, no, it's all it's assumed primary residence.
Yeah, so Amit, to take that answer a little bit further, if someone's buying a secondary home or an investment property, typically they won't have mortgage insurance because they're going to put 20% down or more. So you can still use it for that, but you're just not designating it as secondary or investment. However, you are getting accurate numbers because you're not going to have mortgage insurance on that particular estimate.
Yeah, I just wasn't sure if maybe certain counties and states may have transfer taxes that are higher for second home or investment property compared to a primary residence. So I just wasn't sure if that's the case.
Yeah, I personally, I mean, I've been doing this 31 years. I've never seen that, but that doesn't mean that I'm correct on that. My assumption, you always got to be careful making assumptions, is that there is no difference in recordation taxes. Now, I know there are when it comes to refinancing, for instance, in the state of Virginia, which you well know, and then a lot of states like Maryland, West Virginia, North Carolina, South Carolina, I don't believe they have any recordation taxes on a refinance. So that's the only difference I know of, but they don't delineate between investments, secondary and primary.
See, we had a question in chat from Daniel about first-time home buyer tax stamps for Maryland. I believe that's working as intended. If not, let me know and I can get it fixed up. Some of that first-time home buyer stuff is things we need to adjust on a locality basis, just because First American does things a little bit. We get different responses from First American, and they need different data for different localities. But I believe Maryland is set. If not,
Yeah.
I'll get it fixed up.
Yeah, and Daniel, you asked in there, has new construction tax stamps been updated? I'm not sure specifically what you're addressing with that question, because I could assume maybe that you mean for a builder that they're not paying the tax stamps, the purchaser is, but I don't know if that's where you're taking that question. In Virginia, if it's new construction. Okay. Okay, so that is what you're asking. So that's something Tyler's been working on this week. You've got that in a beta test mode at the end of this week, correct, Tyler, for new construction?
No, you're mistaken. So, Daniel, I'll reach out to you outside of the meeting. I can get you set up for new construction for Virginia and calculating transfer taxes. That's something that is in the system, but just needs to basically be enabled for your company or user. But I'll reach out to you and get you set for that.
Okay, I stand corrected. Thank you, Tyler. Okay, we're watching for any other questions that anybody might have. I mean, I'm happy to run through anything. Just this is the time to ask the questions and get clarification, just so that you know the software is working the way you expect it to be working. Okay, I see we've got a number of people in here, so I'm hoping everybody's feeling real comfortable with the software. Maybe you can give me a show of hands. I mean, is anybody, is everybody feeling good about how this software is working for them? Is there anything we can do to improve it, to make it better for you? Because we do keep a list of items that we're working on, and we prioritize them by what the demand is of our customer base. We want to be there for you, so we need to know. If we don't hear from you, we won't know. Okay, we've got a question coming in or a comment. I know yesterday or 2 days ago, Tyler and I did a presentation for some new users, and we're discovering bugs now and then too. So we want to, if you get a bug or something doesn't work right, let us know right away. Tyler's been extremely good at addressing things quickly, same day, and getting fixes out. Susan, thanks for that comment that your experience so far has been great. That's what we want to hear. We want to save you guys time. That's what this is all about. And as everybody knows, it's going to get busy. I mean, the bond market was way off yesterday, but it's coming back pretty solid today. So, hopefully we'll see lower rates in the future, and we'll see a little bit of a refinance mini boom for everybody. Has anyone on the call yet to try that? Oh, okay. That's Allison. Okay.
Yeah, just curious if anybody is brand new to the tool, hasn't yet used it. You could just either raise your hand with the raise hand icon or just put a yes in the chat. Just curious. Want to make sure we're covering everything you need to know. Okay, Shandis. Good to know. Anybody else?
And Shandis, if you need one-on-one time for, you want me to go through with you on a Teams call and go through everything, I'm happy to do that. If everybody else would like to see that, I'm happy to do that as well.
Yeah, don't be shy getting in touch with us, okay?
Yeah, our goal is to give you the best possible customer service and make this tool indispensable. Personally, I've been using it over 4 years. I think, Arthur, you're muted, but you've been using it probably just as long as I have, 4 years. Thanks, Arthur. And it's something I can't work without now in this business.
Yeah, it's a great tool, and being able to use it on my phone and on tablets, basically on anything, you're always available. So it makes life easy.
Okay, I will throw out a suggestion, and I don't know if Milton's on the call, but Milton is one of our users. And he has been using it to create open house spreadsheets with, doing a conventional, an FHA, a VA, and maybe a USDA side by side, and then putting that at an open house for the realtor so that people can get an idea of where numbers are if they were to qualify for that specific rate. But it has worked out very well for him. And we have another user, and I can't remember who the user is, but I'm picturing her right now. But in any case, she's doing the same thing. And so that's something that can help you with open houses, to put that out there.
Yeah, that's Randy. She's out of Washington State. She does these estimates for Brokers Open as a leave behind. It's a nice tool because obviously it's branded with your photo and your logo. So it's a way to keep, you as a loan officer top of mind to some of the agents as they're, holding these open houses. She did 5 last week. She said it took her about 15 minutes to do 5 as leave behinds, which is pretty quick.
Yeah, it's a lot quicker than any LOS out there, loan origination system. I know Encompass is brutally slow because I use it.
Jeff, you're still sharing your screen, just so you know. There's an email up.
Okay, got it. Thanks. I'm going to stop sharing. Thank you. Okay, I mean, if no one needs anything else, I don't want to stay on and waste people's times, but if you need one-on-one, you can email me or support at Lightning Estimates. I'll put my email in the chat box. You've got that, but I can get on a Teams call anytime and walk you through it. And the software is pretty intuitive, but if you don't know something, you don't know something. You got to ask. And that's, again, I can't emphasize that enough. I'm here to help you.
Yep. And I will make the recording available to all of you later today. So, if you had a colleague that was planning to join that didn't join, feel free to share that recording link with your colleagues who are also using the tool. Or to someone you think could be interested in using the tool, for that matter.
Yeah. Well, thank you, everybody, for coming, but please reach out to us if you need anything at all. And Arthur, good to see you on camera. You're muted, but thanks. Okay, we'll talk to everybody soon, I hope. Take care.